Hi, my name's Dave. I'm with Enduro Engineering, and today we're going to show you how to remove the shock absorber from a newer style KTM with a linkage type rear suspension. A lot of people have a bit of trouble with that. It is a little more detailed than the old PDS system, but if you take your time and do a couple things, it's really not that bad. So let's get started. First, I'll take a 32mm socket and I'm going to remove the axle because I'm going to take the rear wheel off. Tap the axle in a little. Push the axle all the way forward, the wheel, so you can remove the chain from the sprocket. Pull the axle out, and the wheel comes right off. Take an 8mm T-handle, and we're going to take the chain guide loose. We're just going to let it drop free from the swing arm. We're not going to take it off the chain. Now, before we can get the rear brake master cylinder loose, we're going to have to take the frame protector loose, which is just one small 3mm Allen head. Pull that bolt out. This one is not zip tied, but some of them may be zip tied in these locations. If they are, you're going to need to cut those zip ties. Just be careful you don't break the plastic. I'll take my 8mm T-handle and remove the two bolts that hold the master cylinder to the frame. I'm going to take this side frame guard off also so I can get to the swing arm bolt. Now I'll go ahead and loosen the swing arm nut, which is a 19mm hex head. Okay, just set the nut aside for now. We're going to grab a 17mm socket and remove the linkage nut that connects the swing arm to the shock linkage. We'll pull that right out. Now what we've got to do to actually get the swing arm off is take this linkage bolt out, and it has a flat side on this bolt. You need to get the flat side so it's facing down, and then it's just a matter of pulling the bolt out. Set it aside. Now we're going to take the swing arm bolt completely out. It'll come out the right side of the motorcycle. Move the swing arm around a little. Makes it easier. Set it aside. Now, it'll make this shock a lot easier to get off. Really all we're going to have to do now is take the top and bottom shock mounting bolts out with a 13mm socket. Take the bottom out first. Then the top. You want to hold on to the shock when you pull the top bolt out otherwise the shock will just fall. And remove the shock. Now to put it back together, if you're going to change a spring or have the shock revalved, whatever, put it back together, just go the opposite way that we've just taken it apart. You're going to want to torque the swing arm when you put it back together, 73 foot-pounds, and the rear axle at 60, and you should be good to go.